Pioneer is not exactly the right word. I consider myself more like a facilitator. I've been a fan of Django Reinhardt music since the 70s. I discovered Django in the 70s through a gypsy that was playing in my town named Chanchou Vidal. I discovered him through a member of my family who told me that if I play guitar, I should go and check him. Chanchou is a bizarre name. And I went to see him and I was in love. And I follow him everywhere. And I will play the gigs with him just to listen to him. So when I arrived in the United States in the 80s, I focused more on the American traditional guitar jazz, like Wes Montgomery and Joe Pass, like all the big name of the American jazz guitar. So I oriented myself toward that kind of music. And then in 1993, I met an Italian guy named Roger Belloni, who was playing blues like Lead Belly. But he was a big fan of Django Reinhardt music. I found him through an ad, and he was giving lessons, blues lesson, and I wanted to check and learn more about blues. When I went to see him, the blues lesson lasts 5 minutes, and he said, "How about Django?" And I said, "What Django?" And he said, "That's what we need to play." He said, "Do you have a gypsy jazz guitar?" I said, "Yes, I have one. I have a Dimoro that belongs to my family since 1952. At that time, there was only one French guitar made by Pierre Anastasio. And when I went back to see Roger, we created a band together in San Diego called Gypsy Jazz. So we started to play and doing the circuit, coffee house, festival, bars. But unfortunately, Roger went back to Italy in 1998. So in 1998, I collaborated with another French guitar player in San Diego and created a new band. I went to see him because I started already in 1997 Dell'Arte company. The first Dell'Arte guitar were made in Mexico by a guy named Luis Sevillano. So I went back to see Patrick, and together we started a new band called the Hot Club of San Diego. So pioneer is a big term for me. It was more a work of love, first with the guitar, and then after that with the Hot Club of San Diego. That came a year after. So in fact, Dell'Arte, although we are a small company, we were the first company in the United States to build guitar, not in series, because at first we were selling 5-6 guitars a week, but there was enough shop to expose those guitars. And then we found enough resources to sponsor some festivals. The first festival we sponsored was the one of New York at Birdland Club by Pat Phillips and Ettore Strata. So we should talk as well about Frank Vignola, who at that time was playing gypsy jazz, who became a big help to start those festivals. He was the first accompagnator in those festivals. He accompanied Berly Lagraine, Jimmy Rosenberg, Babic Reinhardt. So Frank Vignola was the first one to talk about the company Dell'Arte to Pat Phillips, and that's how we became the first sponsor. Pat Phillips and Ettore Strata were relatively new to gypsy jazz, although they helped in 1995-96, Jimmy Rosenberg gets signed to Sony. But they didn't know a lot of players, so they asked me the help to bring some French gypsy jazz player in America. So since 1997, gypsy jazz is more known. There's about 1, 2, or 3 bands that plays in each town in the United States, and the production of CDs, DVDs, books, charts, tutorial books has expanded so much in the United States. I think that the fact to be a French native in the business of the instruments, guitar instruments, is the knowledge that I had when I arrived in the United States. I always play with European guitars. The knowledge that I had about those guitars helped Dell'Arte to break through in the on the market. The industry of guitar was practically invented in the United States, especially with companies like Gibson, Martin, Taylor. It would be very hard to try to compete with those companies in the guitar business. But in trying to copy the Selmer McAfee guitar, knowing that I played them for 30 years, he gave me some kind of help. These guitars are very particular in the sound and in the look and the feeling. That has been the main factor. I remember when I looked at my old 1969 Favino, and when I was in the gypsy jazz band, I remember telling my colleagues, if I could find somebody that can copy that guitar, I'm sure I can sell a lot on the American market, because the sound is so special and so marvelous. And there was nothing like this on the market. So that's what I think helped me a lot, is knowing those guitars.